Welcome to Volatility 411 for Equity Armor Investments. I'm Joe Tigay, the portfolio manager of the Rational Equity Armor Fund. Let's get right into it. We got a confusing day for me, and I'm confused because we got a hot CPI, which is not that confusing. That's what been telegraphed. That's been happening for some time. The inflation data keeps on coming in hotter than expected, and for some time the market's been ahead of that, and the market's been driving up yields, saying that the Fed is wrong. This isn't transitory. Inflation is going to be here for a longer period of time, and the Fed's going to have to act sooner than they've previously stated. But the confusing thing today is that Treasury yields are lower, while CPI is saying that they should be higher. So that's confusing. Now, the market activity beyond that is what you would expect. Lower yields, you got banks down. Lower yields, you got tech outperforming. That is what you would expect, but you don't expect that with the hot CPI data. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the day. The VIX, for its part, was lower. So now it's coming higher. We're above 20 as I'm giving this video. And the futures are right smack there with the cash. VVIX up today, and the future is actually stronger than the cash this morning. Maybe a sign of concern out of the VIX futures market, more so than the S&P options market. Again, we'll be watching that as the day plays out. And the other thing I'm paying attention to is the smart index, the smart money, so-called smart money. That's the lowest point it's been since last January. Maybe there's two schools of thought which makes sense to me. For this to be so low. The first makes a lot of sense is that people who own a lot of capital gains, a lot of big gains out there, want to get those gains in before taxes go up on capital gains. Maybe that'll happen next year. That makes a lot of sense. The other school of thought, which also makes sense, is people who are in positions to know better, know that the fourth quarter and the first quarter of next year are not going to be good, and maybe they want to sell before those bad quarters happen ahead of this earnings season. For Equity Armor Investments, I'm Joe Tigay.